Professor Jingsu here with us.
Hello.
Okay, so today we are very glad to have one of our outstanding alumni coming back to campus and sharing his experiences with us. Hola, Ramiro. Good
Wow, you can speak Spanish, you're not so touching.
Sure.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Cristina.
Oh, you say perfecto. So nice, you guys can speak Spanish.
So I have a brief introduction. Ramiro currently works as an international marketing manager in G-SHANK Corporation, one of the top 500 manufacturers in Taiwan. And today, let us go through a journey with Ramiro and see what brought him from his home country in South America to Taiwan, and how did he overcome the challenges during the time he's studying and working here in Taiwan. So without further ado, let's get into the interview.
I think our audience and everyone, including me, are very exciting when we can be here, and also willing to know what's the motivation that bring you back in Taiwan, and then you have all this decision and finally stay in Taiwan for working. Yes.
Since I was 16 years old, it's been my first time that I left home as an exchange student to New Zealand. So I had the opportunity to live there for 1 year. I had this amazing experience living on an island because I'm from Bolivia. In Bolivia, there's no ocean. So living there, I opened my mind and I said, okay, let's go to another island. Let's conquer another island, Taiwan. So that's the reason why I came. A lot of people ask me, why didn't you choose China instead of Taiwan? Then I told them the simple thing. When I Google online, it says Taiwan, and it shows Taipei 101. At that time, it used to be the tallest building in the world. Then I said, and what do they speak? Chinese. Wow, Chinese, traditional Chinese. Oh, that's a big challenge. Let me go for it. So that's what brought me to your country. Challenges and new things to do in my life.
Maybe you wanted to go to Thailand.
No,
You made a mistake, right?
This is the funny part. A lot of my friends back home, they think I'm in Thailand.
Right.
They keep saying, so how's the weather in Thailand? I said, it's not Thailand, it's Taiwan.
That's
It's a
true,
big
that's
difference. Thailand is not Taiwan.
That's true.
Yeah. So during your time studying GMBA, what's your most impressed courses or events that impact you through your time in Taiwan?
Well, the GMBA, first of all, I have to say when we joined, it was in 2008, and I graduated in 2010. So I'm from the first group of alumni.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So we are the pioneers.
Yeah.
Each of the courses taught us something. If you're a student with a positive thinking, you will learn something from every single course. And based on my experience, the ones that I enjoyed the most, it was global seminar, it was supply chain, it was marketing, and because Professor
Not my
Jason,
courses?
because Professor Jason is next to me, of course I love statistics, economics, accounting.
Too late. I'm disappointed.
After the GMBA, I started to jump into the marketing and sales. Something I never thought I would ever do, because I thought sales, well, it was not a good job, Even when you speak about a salesperson, you don't speak good. It's like sales isn't the bottom line of the company, but actually, without salespeople in a company, you don't have revenue, you don't have profit, and you cannot support the future of an organization. So now I'm proud to say that I love my job and I love what I do. And I don't have any regrets about changing my path, because this is leading me to already being to 45 countries around the world, dealing with so many customers, speaking several languages. So I think I'm very blessed with the path that I chose after the GMBA. And without the GMBA, it wouldn't be possible, because there was a requirement from the program that we have to do an internship. So thanks to that internship, I got a company in the Science Park. They asked me to generate the supply chain logistics for Latin America. And the question was very simple. Can you speak Spanish and Portuguese? Yes, I can. At that time I couldn't, but now it's much better.
But actually, you should tell them how you got internship.
because we were the first year,
Mm-hmm.
there was this requirement about to do an internship in Taiwan. Then I moved outside of the campus. Then one of my neighbors, she came down. One day I was talking with my friends, and then she said, "Is that Spanish?" I said, yes. How do you know? Yeah, because in the company we're looking to develop the market in Brazil. Do they speak Spanish too? I said, no, they speak Portuguese. Can you speak Portuguese? It's similar. Yes, I can. So yeah, just bring your resume, have an interview, and just like that. So the internship was sent by God from heaven, and I got it. And it didn't only last 1-2 months. I stayed there for almost a year because they like the performance. I work hard. Well, I think that's why Taiwanese companies love me, because I'm a hardworking person. So I do remember one time my report was due to be delivered within a deadline, but because I wanted to submit it on time, I didn't go to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I work until the next day, 7 a.m, submit the report, tell to my boss, I'm going to sleep. Good luck on the presentation. But it was successful. So yeah, working hard, I think, has its rewards later on.
Yes, that's really a really good piece of advice for us.
For everybody, I think for life.
Yes, and well, you know that in GMBA we have half of classes is from around the world, and the other half is from Taiwan. Does this class impact you, or what do you think about that?
That was impressive for me, because I remember the first day I stood up,
Yeah.
I was even wearing a tie.
Yeah.
My 2 other classmates from Mexico and Guatemala, they were also very stood up. We arrived to the class, and a lot of people with shorts, flip-flops, then it was like, is this a master's degree? Because back where we come from in Latin America, an MBA, it's an MBA,
Yeah.
correct? So it was culturally shocking, but I think having such an international background and getting to learn from people from different countries was a very good thing. So what I learned is that networking is very important in life. So since the GMBA, I said, I have to get to know more people around the world, because you never know how you're going to need.
So do you still have contact with your classmates?
We have a WhatsApp group. I think everybody has a WhatsApp group. Once in a while we have online meetings, and we meet once a year, every 2 years. We try to keep the relationship, And sometimes, because of COVID, I remember one of my classmates in Vietnam, he wanted to buy a machine here to start printing masks in Vietnam. So he was also looking for suppliers. When I go to Slovakia, I met my good friend from Mexico. So you do interact, and then whenever I travel overseas, I try to approach them and look for them. I see them as my family, This is the GMBA family, right?
So you got family members all around the world.
Yeah, I have relatives all over the world.
That's really good. Yeah.
During the GMBA, I did a lot of networking that I am still applying nowadays. On my first job in Taiwan, that I was working in the science park, I had to deliver a logistic hub for them. I had to find a way how to do the deliveries much easier in Latin America. So I interact with a lot of free trade zones. And then I realized that by speaking English and Spanish in Taiwan, and if you add it to Chinese, you are speaking the 3 most spoken languages in the world, right? That's when I realized, wow, I'm so powerful here. Just by speaking my mother tongue and English, everybody's looking for this kind of people. Then the next company, machinery and construction equipments, huge machines. The less PO that I get is around 1.2 million USD. It's around that amount of money. And they asked me to do a lot of translations. So I had to translate 1,000 catalogs. So at the beginning I was complaining, of course, how come I'm going to translate? Come on, I'm an MBA student. I'm supposed to be a manager. Come on, I'm the boss here, right? This is the idea that you have when you finish the GMBA. The more I did it, I understood, wow, translating helps me to understand the technical part. And you don't only develop the skill of translating from English to Spanish, then you can also try to figure out from Chinese to Spanish. A good salesperson, if you don't have bullets, that's what I call it. If you don't have bullets, you cannot shoot. Your bullets is you have to know your product or your technology better than anybody. Otherwise you can, and you have to believe on it. That's second job. And on the third one, now they give me the green light to conquer the world. Literally, I can attack wherever I want. I can develop the market that I want. And with the networking that I already built through the years, it's much easier. Now I can find agents, I can find friends, I can even meet people that work in the procurement department that leave the job and go to another company. It's a new customer. So networking is very important for business life. And also you have to be mature enough to understand how you've been growing through the years and what you have learned. And at the end of the day, I realized, well, this is my passion, this is my love, this is what I like to do. I love to travel. I love to develop markets. I love to work all day long.
Yeah, since we're talking about the work, can you tell us more about the current company you're in, G-SHANK, and more about what you're doing right now as an international marketing manager in the company?
Well, right now G-SHANK Enterprise is a company that has been on the market for 49 years. And they have 15 factories worldwide and 2 sales offices, one in Japan and one in the US. 2 factories in Taiwan, 9 factories in China, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Mexico. So the footprint in Southeast Asia is quite big. What I'm helping them is to jump to other markets, to go to European market, to develop the Middle East, to try to find a way how to integrate everything. Now, when I joined my company, I had no idea about progressive stamping. Progressive stamping is having a metal that is put it inside of a tooling. You do the progressive stamping and you come out with a piece, with a part that we call it component. This component goes to any device that you can see around even this area. Inside of a camera, inside of a microphone, inside of your watch, your cell phone, your car, your laptop, your notebook, everywhere you have metal components. Now, our customers also need to have plastic parts. That's called insert molding. So when you inject plastic into the metal, you can even grow your business. Now, not stopping there, the company said, okay, in the future we need to keep growing. So let's focus on vertical integration. What does that mean? That we can even assemble more parts all together and deliver an end product to the customer. What we do is we sell solutions to our customers to create something new that is going to change the future of business and the future of the world. Right now we're mainly focusing on EV industry, electric vehicles.
Oh, yes.
So anything that is EV and medical, we want to be there. So I can probably walk around the campus and tell you where we are, inside of every little thing, because I know how the supply chain works, and nobody understands. You see the car, you see the microphone, but you don't know what is happening inside, and that's what we do.
I think there's one last 2 questions. We are about to graduate. Before we jump into the next stage, there's something you want to give us some advice about? Yeah.
I think in life it's very important to look for mentors. Whenever you want to start a career, a path, you need to have a guidance. You have to have an horizon. So you need to follow somebody. Somebody that already make mistakes, and you can learn from those mistakes and make the shortcut. So it's very important that you do in life what you love. Loving what you do is the key for success. If you realize by joining a company within 3 months, 6 months, you're not happy at all, you just wake up and I need to go to work. If you have this attitude for 3 months, I'll even say for 2 weeks, just quit. Don't do something because it's compulsory or it's a punishment. Don't do it. That's when you know deep inside of you, this is not my path. You can create your company, perfect. That means you need to work harder than anybody because that company needs to succeed. And how do you succeed in life? by having goals, by having targets. So planning, being organized, and having goals. And do what you love, very important.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I have one more question. So-
Good. I like it. The more questions, the better.
Like, I think you already have a long career path, but for us, we are still struggling. So sometimes we set up the goal like this, but for 10 years or something, we want to set our goal right here. So we try to step by step go there. But how do you know
I understand you 100%. You know, the first thing when I joined my company, I wanted to develop so many customers, so many business trips, so many things. I wanted to achieve everything within 2 years. A senior guy at that time, the vice president, you know what he told me? Mama lie.
Take it slow.
And he said the Great Wall was built not in one day, and it was built break by break, step by step. It's good to have big goals, but to make them a reality, it doesn't take 1 month, 2 months, 1 year. Sometimes it takes more than 5 years. Are you that patient to understand that you will achieve it in all that time? That's another quality that you need to have, patience. Mama lie. I never understood the mama lie at the beginning. I was like, why does he keep saying mama lie? Come on, I want to get all the customers and all the money and all the bonuses now. But now I see it. 20 years from now, trust me, we'll have a different conversation, and then you'll say, wow, you were so right. Maybe, I hope.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, my pleasure. Thank you very much for your time and for everybody.
Yes.
I see potential interns over there. I have my eyes. I have my eyes right open.
Yes. So Ramiro, thank you so much for your
Thank you.
sharing.
No,
Yes.
thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes.
Back to the GMBA.
Thank you everyone for listening and for the audience here, and very welcome. Ramiro here to share all his different perspective and give us useful impact for us to make our goal and probably think our life a little bit different. And I think that's very important, especially for myself. This interview will also give a different perspective for your life and for the future. Thank you.